Guess what? It's dinner time and I have some breakfast tacos that I'm excited to dig into. So here we have the breakfast tacos. This recipe is from a special guest who is joining me for Cinco de Mayo. We decided to make tacos and enjoy them together on our live here. So he's going to be joining any minute, but his name is Kevin and he contributed his For the Love of Tacos ebook. Now his ebook has a lot of soft taco recipes, so these are really great to have for if you like the soft tacos. He is definitely got it down. So I have not eaten any of these yet, so I don't know what they taste like. I'm very excited to bite into these, but you can get this recipe in the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle going on right now. You get all of the content, all of the brand new content. This bundle is not like any other bundle because it's all brand new for $50. It's worth over $840 and it's all raw, it's oil-free, it's delicious, and it's yours. If you want to get it, the link is in either of our bios, and Kevin has just joined, so we are his ebook too. So we're going to chat about his recipes and all the fun stuff. We're going to taste test live together. So we'll just wait for him to join. Oh, hello, Kevin. How's it going?
Can you?
I sure can. Oh, he disappeared. You left, Kevin. You left. Okay, we'll invite him back. Okay. But yeah, so the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle, you can get these recipes. You can get the Korean barbecue recipes. Oh, yes, you're back, Kevin.
You can see me?
Yes, I can see you.
I can't see myself.
Oh, that's okay. I can see you, and I'm sure everyone else can too. Can you see me?
I can see you.
Perfect. I've got the breakfast tacos ready to go. I'm so excited.
Awesome.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
I'm down where it usually has my picture. It's showing like send request, cancel, so that I'm not seeing myself. I'm just worried that I'm not maybe full screen.
You're kind of half screen, but I can see you totally fine. We're good.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good to go. So, what did you make?
I made the Smoky Joe's.
Oh, the Smoky Joe's. I know that was another one that I was kind of wanting. You can also like kind of go down like this and we can see your face. Yeah, okay. There you go.
I can actually switch over to my phone. It might be a little better.
Oh, well, this works. As long as you're down to there or a little lower, we're good to go.
Okay, I'm just worried because I can't see me, so I just want to make sure everybody can see me. So
yeah, as long as you're down here, we can all see you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the smoky apple tortillas. I just pulled them out of the freezer. I made those yesterday. I just put them in at 8 o'clock, and it is now, what, 3 minutes after? I just want to show people that you can freeze these, and in a couple minutes, they're ready.
That's pretty cool. That's really cool, actually. Look at that.
So here they are, just 3 minutes, right out of the freezer.
Wow. Impressive.
Just as long as you can see them, you'll have to let me know. So,
yeah,
because I can't
we
see.
can see them.
So yeah, that's all you need. Once you pull them out of the freezer is 2 or 3 minutes at 115 degrees, and they are good as new.
That is awesome. Ooh, yes. So what is in the Smoky Joe's?
Okay,
Holy Woken made the smoky apple yesterday. So good.
We got the Mo Sloppy Joe. Can you see
yeah.
that? I called it Mo Sloppy Joe because I actually have a Sloppy Joe in my first book, but this is not the same recipe. So Mo is like short for more Sloppy Joe.
Nice.
But yeah, so this one is basically just some butter lettuce, the Mo Sloppy Joe filling, some soured crema.
Ooh,
which
Yeah, that one looked really good too.
I just made, and some jalapenos, and that is it. A lot of these fillings are so flavorful that you don't even need to overload them with too many toppings. So
Yeah, that's what I noticed about the breakfast tacos. So here are the breakfast tacos. It's just the maple sausage, the cheddar cheese sauce, and the Mexi sauce with some green onions and red pepper flakes, and that's pretty much it. I haven't tried these yet, so I'm excited.
have you tried the maple sausage?
I have. It's really good. I can't wait to have it all together.
What did you think about the secret ingredient that we were going back and forth about? Did you have the same like idea when you smelled that as I did?
I did. I know it's a really, really smart idea. So there's a secret ingredient, everyone, in the maple sausage, but you got to get the bundle to know what that secret ingredient is. It's really interesting. When I saw it in the list, I was like, yeah, that makes total sense, because I know that the smell of this specific herb, I'm sure people can guess what it is, does have kind of that mapley scent to it. So, and it's gut friendly as well, so that's a nice bonus.
Yeah, I was using it in some smoothies a couple months back, and I just I'm like, this really smells like a maple sausage that I used to eat. So it was just like dawned on me that, okay, that's going in my next sausage recipe. So
Yeah, good idea. Good idea. So yeah, this is that sausage. I made that. Again, all of these recipes are in the bundle. You got to get the bundle to get these recipes. And here's the Mexi sauce. Ooh, delicious. And the cheddar cheese. This is a really good sauce. I really enjoyed this one.
yeah, I really liked how that turned out.
There is a little maple syrup in the sausage. Hi, Mom. It's my mom, the gentle homeopath. Mwah, I love you.
I can't see who joined or who's saying what, so you'll just have to pardon me for not knowing who.
Okay. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, there is a little bit of maple syrup in here, but there's also that secret ingredient that gives it that extra bonus mapliness.
Oh yeah, it just puts it over the top.
Mm-hmm. Look at yours. They're looking so good. Jalapeno.
Yes. I learned the hard way. I wear contacts, so I learned years ago to not be touching too many sliced jalapenos.
Yes. Great tip. So true. A lot of times we forget we touched it, and then find out. We remember later, like 3 or 4 hours later, you're like, oh yeah, I chopped jalapenos.
And sometimes it doesn't even matter how many times you've washed your hands. There's still that oil on there.
Yep.
Yeah, these are one of my favorites. These are probably in my top 10.
Wow, so, that's impressive.
Yeah, but the book has my top 10. That's why
You're top. So shall we dig in?
We shall. I want to know what you think of those.
Okay, here we go. So this is the breakfast sausage, or yeah, the breakfast taco. Happy Cinco de Mayo! Here we go. Ready? It's like breakfast.
Yeah, because the tortilla has that like eggy type taste to it. Yeah.
This is so good. Thank you. Wow.
I'm so glad you're enjoying them. I'm so glad you enjoyed the Korean ones the other night.
Oh yeah, those ones were really good too. That pineapple sauce is so good.
Oh yeah, That's a good salad dressing too. Yeah.
Totally. That's the cool thing, is that you can use the sauces for salads or whatever else you want to use it for. You don't have to make it to tacos if you don't want to, or if you have leftover, you can totally use it on a salad after.
Right. Even like the sour crema here. I mean, you can put that on a salad the next day. I'm actually going to try and freeze this. I've never frozen this. I'm going to put it in ice cube trays to see how it freezes. I don't know if you've ever done that. I don't know that I've ever seen.
I have freeze dried. Actually, Nate freeze dried some cashew sour cream and nacho cheese sauce that we make, and they freeze dry into little cubes. I actually have recipes in the Tales from the Tailgate ebook on how to freeze dry the cube dressing. So if you have a freeze dryer, you can totally do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Woo! A little extra sauce on there. So, what made you decide to make a taco book?
Actually, I was in the process probably last summer of messing around with some different taco ideas, and a few of them that are in the book, I think maybe 2 or 3 I was messing around with at the time, but they actually progressed into something else, and everything that was in this book came together actually at the beginning of this year.
Oh, wow.
I did the book, I put out a book in December, and yeah, I was sort of up in arms for a little while. I'm like, okay, I gotta have another book ready by, you guys' deadline to be in this bundle. And I was telling Chris the other day, it was just amazing how it came together. And once I just started, everything sort of flowed and just, it just worked. And it was just amazing how the whole thing came together. It was definitely a miracle. I remember just saying, okay, God, you see what I'm up against here. I'm going to need a miracle to get this book done by this deadline. And I started the next day, and I had it done like a day before the deadline that you guys had asked that I needed to have it turned in. So it was just amazing.
You are amazing. Thank you so much for getting it done. And it was so worth it. And I know exactly what you mean. When you start working on it, things flow, things get easier, you get more ideas, and then you start adding stuff, and then it gets bigger.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. But yeah, all these tortilla recipes came together just like right at the end of January and February, and I couldn't be any more pleased with how the tortillas turned out. Well, with how everything turned out.
The tortillas are amazing. We have a question in the chat. Someone is asking, could Kevin share a little bit of his raw journey?
Okay. I actually, if you haven't seen the live with me and Chris, you could actually watch that to get a more probably full version of it. But I would have to go back to like 2009. I was pretty bad with alcohol for like 22 years in my life. And in 2009, I had a spiritual awakening. And towards the end of 2009, I was like miraculously delivered from the alcohol addiction. And I just was like, okay, I need to be a little more mindful about, what I'm putting into my body. And I just came across this guy who was talking about some of the stuff that I had. So I started following his plan, which was like an antifungal diet. I lost, the pounds came off of me. I don't know if you're familiar with like an antifungal diet, but it's very similar to like keto, Atkins, paleo. Lost a lot of weight because I gave up like the bread and the processed sugar, and but just didn't really have a whole lot of results with the skin issues.
Oh, yeah.
So after like 4 or 5 years of on and off with that, I just sort of went back to eating whatever I could. And it was towards the end of 2014 that my brother was diagnosed with liver failure, was hospitalized, passed away. He didn't overcome his alcohol struggle. So it just got me back into researching again. And I got on YouTube and I came across Marcus Rothkrantz, long story short, and it just totally resonated with me. Like he was making pizzas and cheeses out of nothing but raw plant-based, ingredients. And I was just so intrigued. And, it was just like every cell in my body was sort of like jumping for joy. Like, yes, we got to do this, And I just dove in head first in March of 2015, and I've never looked back. I've been passionate about, creating things that I couldn't find in the beginning. I was telling Chris the other day that a lot of the tortilla recipes were more like fruit leathers or really tough, and you just had to sort of yank on them just to take a bite. And I've always been a taco fanatic, so I'm like, I got to come up with a way, eventually I got to make a tortilla that actually tastes and looks and feels like a flour tortilla.
Yeah.
And fast forward 9 years later, here I am making a taco book that is just, I think, really amazing. And I just hope everybody else that gets it really enjoys it, because that's what makes me happy, is to see people enjoying the things that I am passionate about. So.
Oh, thank you for sharing. Yeah, very similar. I dealt with candida overgrowth for 15 years. I went raw in 2014, so very similar. Marcus Rothkrantz was one of the first ones I found too. I just couldn't stick to it because I was eating so high fat. So I was like having issues there. I wasn't eating enough. And, eventually here I am. It's almost been a decade, for both of us. So yeah, making all the fun food.
Right. And for the first, I guess for the first 5 years, I probably was more high raw, high raw. I mean, it's always been raw, but high fat is what I meant to say. And, it wasn't until I seen Alive with Chris in 2020 that it just dawned on me. He was talking about low fat, and it was just like the light bulb came on, and it was just like, okay, this is what I got to do. And the next day I just went totally low fat. But then it was like, okay, now I got to recreate all these recipes that I So it took me a while, but I'm glad that I didn't put any books out until I went low fat, because I might have been looking back and been like, I really don't eat that now. So, and it's okay if you are higher fat, and, I'm not shaming that or judging that, but I just found that it wasn't working for me, and that lower fat has been more optimal. And it's just worked out, better for me, because, I would make the fattier stuff, and I would wake up in the morning and have a piece of cheesecake that I made the night before, so I just had to, sometimes I learn things the hard way, as far as digestion, and halfway through the day, it's like, why am I sort of like, not wanting to do anything? And I was just, just the mixture of things, or when I was eating those things at certain times of day, it was just something I had to learn to listen to my body. Like, okay, you can still have that stuff if you want, but let's put it in its proper place instead of like first thing in the morning.
Right. And appropriate amounts too, right? Like instead of eating like 3 pieces, you have a half a sliver.
Right.
You eat that, you enjoy them in appropriate amounts. So yeah.
Right. And that's what I do now. It's like, I'll have a little bit, but I won't overindulge. I know my limit now. So it's just like, okay, we know how we feel on that when we do that at this certain time of day. So let's just, stick with what makes us feel best. So.
Exactly. And these tacos definitely make me feel great. Gonna take another bite here of this one that I made.
What do you think of the tortilla?
Oh, I like this one the best out of the two that I tried.
Okay.
I still love the smoky apple one, so good. But for some reason, this one, it has more of a tortilla flavor,
Okay.
like almost like flour in a way. I was like, I had one that ripped, like I was peeling it off the tray and it ripped. So I just let the both halves dry. And then when they were ready, yes, they are corn free. This is corn free. When it was like ready to go, I was like eating it and I'm like, I could just eat all of these without anything on them. So good.
So somebody asked if there was corn in that. No, there's not corn in the breakfast tortilla, but I do have a corn one in the book that is so good that you could just eat those tortillas and not put anything on them, and they are just so good by themselves. And they're really simple. You've seen the ingredients. There's maybe 4 ingredients in it, and they just turn out so well.
Oh,
But yeah, have you tried, or have you ever, like in the tips section for the tortillas, have you ever done like with the glass bowl in the bottom of your dehydrator? Have you seen the tips for what I say to do with the tortillas if they get done before the other components are ready?
no, I didn't, which I really need to read those. But I have a very similar thing in my wrap book. And I suggest to put a bowl in the dehydrator too, because the extra moisture kind of keeps them a little bit softer if they dry out too fast or what have you. But that's a really good tip, because sometimes they do dry faster, especially if you spread them a little thin. Like these ones I spread a little bit thin. I think that like a 1/4 inch is a really good amount, but I think these were a little thinner, but they're still perfect. Like they still are so great.
Yeah, I sort of recommend that those maybe you keep a little thicker, like 1/4 inch. But the other ones work a lot better if they're a little less than a 1/4 inch. I put out a video yesterday saying that they only take like 2.5, 3 hours in the dehydrator if they're the only thing in the dehydrator. And I know people have different size dehydrators. I have a 9 tray. But if you're doing 8 of like the smoky apple or the sweet potato or some of the other ones, they only take 2.5 to 3 hours tops is what I'm finding. And that's another thing that I really liked about when I was creating these, because a lot of the other tortilla recipes I had used in the past were taking maybe 5 hours or so. So yeah, I got it down to like 3 hours tops, and that makes me happy, because then I can have tacos quicker. So
Exactly. I love that these don't take very much time, because then you can just plan when you need to put what in the dehydrator. It's like, at 2 p.m. you do this, at 2:30 you do this, at 3 o'clock you do this, and then by dinner time you're ready to go, and everything's ready. The sauces are blended, the meat is done, and you have tacos. This is my last one. Oh my gosh, I already ate the other shells. Oh,
I guess I've been talking too much. I still got 2 in my first one.
it's okay. We like listening to you talk. So what are some of your favorite things from the bundle?
Well, I haven't really gotten a chance to try too many of the other recipes. I know I'm definitely going to try that Korean barbecue.
The Korean barbecue. Yin is amazing. You are going to love that. It was so good.
The funny thing is, I was trying to create a bulgogi last year myself. I never had that before to really know what it tastes like. So with a lot of recipes, I'll do a lot of research on trying to see, okay, what's in this, you know, what did they say it tastes like, you know, because I'm definitely not going to try the real stuff. But yeah, I put a lot of research into getting these ingredients just to where it tastes like the real thing, as close as you can get.
Right.
I'm not claiming, you know, that it does taste exactly, but you know, I like getting it really close and showing people that you can still enjoy the same flavors, the same taste, the same textures that you did before. We're just putting different ingredients together.
Yeah, exactly. We're using different techniques. Yeah, this is so good. Mm-hmm. Mm. Thanks for having dinner with me.
I really wish Nate was here to enjoy them with you. I'd like to see what he thought of them, but I'm sure you'll probably make some for him, right?
I will. I will. I will definitely make some for him. He's in Oregon right now, helping his brother and sister because both his parents passed away in February.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, thank you. So they're trying to get the house clean. You know, the house has to go through probate. You know, it's a mess over there. So he's over there with his brother and sister, and he's got lots of help, and he's got his kids, and so he's doing that. And I can't leave because I've got immigration stuff that I need to be here for. So, but I am going to go visit him at the end of May. We're going to take a trip down to California to visit Chef AJ. And yeah, that's going to be really fun. And then we'll be coming back here, and then we're moving. So I'll probably make him some of your tacos in June in our new place.
Great. Yeah, I knew you were meeting up with AJ. I remember hearing you say that a couple months back. I think it was on one of her posts. She had posted something about some jicama nachos, and she asked if you could recreate these. And I think I remember your comment was when I see you in May. So I was sort of thinking maybe she was going to be at your place for the bundle. But I guess I was wrong.
That's okay.
But
oh my God. Mary's asking, will you still live in Nevada? Yes. We're Nevadans. We're not going to leave Nevada. We love it here. And we're actually in the exact same building. We're just going to move downstairs a little bit, a couple floors down. But we're gonna own it instead of renting. So it's a big step for us. We're really excited. What taco book is this, and where can I get it? You can get this taco ebook in the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle. Go to either of our bios and go get the bundle. And it's from Kevin Black, who is my guest today. And he's got his ebook For the Love of Tacos, and it's all yours if you buy the bundle. So go give Kevin a little bit of love, give him a follow, buy the bundle from the link in his bio, or you can go to mine. Either way, get the bundle so that you can enjoy some of these tacos, because there's so many. How many tacos do you have in there?
It's 10 different creations. It's 5 different tortilla recipes. And then you have your toppings, the fillings. So how many recipes it is altogether, I'm not sure, but it combines together to make 10 creations. And I mean, you can play around with it, and you know, you don't have to follow, you know, what I suggest. But it's a start, because I think the flavors and what I paired with everything is probably, you know, the best that I found for that particular creation to be. But yeah, you can play around with it and put different toppings on. Yeah, experiment with it, have fun with it. But yeah, I hope people enjoy it. And your 2 books in there are worth the whole bundle itself. I mean, one of your books is 100 recipes. I mean, you set the bar high for me. It's like, okay, how am I going to create, my next book, knowing that Lissa just created a book that has 100 recipes,
I know everyone says like, Lissa, you over deliver. I have a project that's going on right now that may have well over 300 recipes in it.
Wow.
So it's secret right now. And it's kind of like in the background brewing, but it's going to have over 300 recipes in it. It's a big one, but I do like to over deliver. So 100 is a lot, but I like to, a good book is around, 30 to 50 recipes is a pretty good amount for over delivering. I like to over deliver. Mary says I'm a superhero. Thank you.
And you make my tacos look so much better. I'm thinking, maybe for my next book, I can just send you my recipes and you can make them, take the pictures, send them back to me, and I'll put the book together with your pictures.
Oh, you're so kind.
The Korean tacos you made the other night, I was just like, wow, it's like, it didn't even, sort of look like mine. It looked so much better. But,
Aw.
yeah, but I'm just so glad that you enjoyed them. And I'm so happy that you invited me to be a part of this bundle this year. I mean, this was really important for me. So,
well, thank you so much for joining. Yeah, when I saw your stuff and I was like looking at your page, I'm like, this guy's got to join the bundle because he's got some cool stuff. So yeah, Corinna says, great bang for our buck. Yes, for sure. Getting the bundle is an amazing opportunity for you to get all of our brand new content. So Kevin created this taco ebook brand new for the bundle. I created with Chef AJ the Make It Raw 3, brand new for this bundle. With Nate, I made Tales from the Tailgate, brand new for this bundle. Chris Kendall has a brand new ebook. We've got Susanna has a brand new smoothie ebook, Dr. Rick and Karen, Dina as well. There's so much content in this bundle. 33 brand new, never before released pieces of content for $50. Once the bundle is over, May 12th, if you want to buy all of our stuff separately, all of the content that was in the bundle will cost you over $840. So go grab the bundle because that's the best, the cheapest, easiest way to get all of our brand new content. But it ends on May 12th, which is 1 week from today. It'll be over. So you got to go to the link in either of our bios to get it. We've got people saying they love the bundle. Corinna Fully Woven says, I need to get Kevin's pizza book too. Yes, yes. Yeah, I've seen some of your pizzas. They look really cool.
Yeah, that's what I was creating last summer, and I actually released that in December, and then I was like, okay, how do I promote this and start a new book at the same time? And like I said, it all came together, and it's just really amazing how it all worked. So.
Oh, thank you so much,
But,
and yeah, thank you for joining.
Actually, when I said I was working on the taco recipes last year, I was testing out something for a wrap, because sometimes that's how I'll, test out, instead of doing 4 tortillas, I might just test it out as a wrap to begin with, just spread it out and see what it tastes like. And what I created last year, it just I made a wrap out of it, and then I was just like, well, maybe we'll try a pizza with this. And, it was just like, it was like the taco book went to the back burner and all these other ideas for pizzas started to flow. So I just had to go with that. But it's good that the taco book went on the back burner, or else I wouldn't have had that for the bundle.
Yeah, I totally understand. Sometimes I'll be working on one project and then I get this idea for a next project, and then this project goes away for a little bit, and I totally put everything into the new project because you're so passionate about it, and you're just like, I'm running with it, I'm going with it, and you feel like the flow of creativity, and you just have to go with it.
Yeah.
And then eventually you get back to the other projects, but sometimes those other ones take take over. Like my rap book, for example, last year, that took over. I was just like, oh, now it's all wraps. And then before that, you know, was the my taco book, because my tacos are crunchy tacos
Right.
and your tacos are soft tacos. So it's kind of nice to have a mix of both. And then before that was the burger book, which I went out, it wasn't, I didn't even plan for any of these books to happen. They just kind of happened. Yeah, so someone was asking, is this live going to be on YouTube? Yes, I'm going to post the live on YouTube. And yeah, thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, Kevin, for joining. Thank you for your creativity. Thank you for joining the bundle. Please, everybody, go give Kevin a little love, give him a follow, get the bundle from the link in his bio, or you can go to the link in my bio, either way, but get the bundle before it's gone. We only have 1 week left.
Thank you for having me on your channel, and once again for inviting me to be a part of the bundle. I'm so honored to, and after all these years, this is the first time that we communicated like this. I mean, we sent messages back and forth. I know I would ask you a lot of questions about certain things here and there, but yeah, just to let people know, this is the first time we've ever really connected like this. So
yeah. So super cool. There will be plenty in the future. We can't wait for next year, see what kind of creations you come up with. And yeah, but thank you for joining for today, and hope you have a wonderful evening, and have a great sleep tonight. All right, bye everyone. Thanks for joining. We'll be back tomorrow for more lives. Go grab the bundle, link in our bios. Bye.
The bundle.
Bye.
Good deal.